Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here and joining me for the guidance for the month of October. And you guys on Patreon are seeing this first. Thank you so much for being with me on my journey. And hopefully I'll get to see some of you guys really soon as I move over to the United States in the middle of October, which is going to be awesome. And this month we are working with the angel Bariel. This is an angel of small miracles. And I have a few notes and things from my website. And also the message is channeled from Archangel Bariel. And we really need this angel in our lives at the moment to bring in the small miracles, to bring in the realignment and healing, because September was such a strong month for many people with so many endings and so many things to work out. And as you guys know, I was in hospital for quite a lot of September and went through a huge releasing inside of myself with a major infection that almost not only took my arm but also almost took my life in the end. And it was really a dangerous situation. But I've learned a lot from that, and not realizing that there was so much festering of emotions happening within me. So because my right arm was affected by this situation, it would be the males or male so-called role models in my life, or relationships also, where there has been a lot of anger or angry situations and festering of these emotions, or maybe I guess like a lot of people just squashing it all down, because you don't want to be upsetting anyone. And for me, on my spiritual journey, I didn't want to harbor anything, and I didn't think I was harboring any deep-seated emotions. I was always clearing and I was always releasing. But for some reason, because I'm beginning such a brand new journey in my life, anything at all that was still stagnant or still festering within me had to come to the surface. And the catalyst had to be me getting my tattoo covered up. And that just started a chain of events. I've also been sick after this. So even though this happened, then I went through a problem with my tooth, and then, and then after I had this problem with my tooth, I had it pulled out. So then I went through all that. And then just recently I had poisoning, like food poisoning, like on top of all of this. So it's a lot of releasing, getting rid of stuff that's not needed, and thinking that I've done all the work, but there's still some things. So with the month of October, with Archangel Bariel working with us, we're going through this time of healing after we've had such intenseness of emotions coming out, intense situations, things changing fast, things flipping like completely upside down. And I really feel like, for myself, I guess, and maybe for you guys as well, that because we've been through all these hard yards and we've been through all of this work, and if you've been really good at clearing, you may have had some things come to the surface as well. Maybe an illness or a cough or a cold or a sore throat, chest complaints. Some people may have infections too, which infections are about festering anger. But my feeling is because it came out, that was a deep healing in itself, just coming to the surface. No good something festering there and you not knowing about it. So Archangel Bariel can help us as we try to navigate through the next phase of our life without all of this stuff behind us. We've gone through so much changes, so much growth, so much knowledge and wisdom has come in. Sometimes I've felt, and I don't know if you guys have felt this, but I felt like I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't sense any of my angels or my guides around me. I just felt totally, I know I wasn't alone, but I felt like I needed to actually trust and rely on myself a little bit more. And that was a really strong thing. And also taking care of myself first, which is really hard for me to do. For some reason, I always put everybody else before myself. Maybe it's because I've been a mum for so long, and before that I was responsible for other children, growing up as babysitter for my brothers and sisters and being a nanny and all this kind of stuff. I've always just looked after everybody else. A sense of responsibility always kept me feeling important in some way, or needed maybe. And so it's hard for me to give back to myself and allow myself to rest. You may be going through the same things. You know, at this point in my life, it's so strong that I rest, that as soon as I'm ignoring it or not catching a nap when I need to or meditating when I need to or something, I get flipped on my ass like straight away. And that may be the same thing, you know, for you guys too. Like having that situation happen where you got to stop and something stops you completely. So let's get through the messages for Bariel and really welcome in for the month of October. Just say to yourself, look, I'm open to changes. I'm ready for abundance. I'm tired of the same old situation, so I'm asking you angels to take care of it for me. Every time I'm thinking about something that is not on the right path or is not part of forward movement, I'm asking you guys to take care of it. I'm delegating you, angels, to all of the problems and stresses in my life, and I'm going to navigate my way easily into my future. Because if we kind of don't do that, then we're always fighting with ourselves, overthinking, over worrying, over stressing. It causes problems, it causes conflict. You don't want it, you don't need it, let go of it, you know. Some people say, oh, well, it's not my fault. You know, I've had this thing and this problem and these people come. No, it's not your fault, but how you take it on is. That's your responsibility. So either you can sit there saying, oh, I'm really worried about this person because they're going through so much. Or you can say, I'm going to visualize this person really well. Whatever they've come at me at is projection of their own problems. I don't need to take it on board. You know, it's just about being proactive with who you are, you know, and also with people taking over your space kind of thing, you know. Don't let them do it. Like, people can do whatever they want, but it's up to you how you respond to it, you know, what you allow. What's going to get under your skin, whether you allow it to get under your skin, because then you'll get a festering thing and you don't want that either. So be gentle with yourself and, you know, easy on yourself as you're going through. Sorry, this is going to be a bit bright because I'm using my iPad to read. Okay, so we're working with Bariel. He's known as the Wise One and the Angel of Miracles, of Small Miracles. We've all been in need of intense clearing and realigning with all that is. It's a time of doing just this as we embark on a brand new start, a new outlook on life, and a beginning of something of major importance to us all. It's truly a time of forward movement, and for many of us, it will not start off as being easy. You'll be tested on your patience. You will begin to see that you're able to navigate your way forward anyway, and may even surprise yourself at how much you are able to stand up for yourself. Bariel is wonderful at helping us to really push ourselves to move forward and unlock doors that were previously shut. We have come to a new turning point in our journey, the end of great struggle if we allow it, and the beginning of a life more in tune with us as a soul. And with this change in direction can come people who are new and also people who need to now move in their own direction as well. This month we're given attunements to knowledge and also cleansing so we can receive more abundance. It's now our time to make things really happy, as all the energy of the universe is working with us to push forward happily. Be aware that as you heal and change, that there may be things that you need to deal with along the way or things you need to let go in order to free yourself and move ahead. And you'll be supported as you do so. Let go of anything and anyone that upsets you in any way. If you are constantly trying and you are constantly hurting, you will never be free to move forward and expand. Put yourself first, okay? So the essential oils that we can work with Bariel are lemon, orange, cinnamon, juniper, and ylang ylang. You could put on some myrrh, cinnamon incense. Bariel is the energy of water, or it sort of also oversees Scorpio as well. And the key points are deep wisdom, endings and beginnings, miracles, of course, healing from the past, creation, attunements to knowledge, spiritual practices, and manifestation. And we all want to manifest. Let's face it, we're all tired of the same old thing, and we want to manifest a life that is of enjoyment. And for me, I want to manifest a life where the more I have, the more I'm able to give. You know, where I can do free work, which is why I'm asking you guys to help me on Patreon. You know, I want to be able to do work for free, but of course, you know, obviously the funding needs to be there for that to happen. But because you got to eat, you know. But I don't want to have to charge. You know, I guess maybe that's in some ways impossible. Some people think it's a huge, big thing. I don't think so. I just believe in the power of the universe to bring forward the things that you really want. You know, and also like I'm moving over to the United States, and, you know, I'm putting full faith that there's going to be somewhere available, you know, in our price range, and we're able to be happy where we are, and it's accessible to people as well, and also, you know, be able to mine for crystals and things that I really want to do too. I guess I could put out there to you guys, if you know any real estate agents, or you have property, or you know of someone who needs someone to look after a farm or something like that, put in a good word for me and Bobby, of course, as we're just going to take this chance on moving forward like I always do. I just take a chance in whatever I'm doing and trust and have faith that things work out. Of course, without being silly, you know, you've got to have some kind of plan, but realizing that the plans change, you know, and you've got to adapt and roll with it. But anyway, I want to read this message from Bariel and the Angelic Realms. So this message is channeled. You can also find this message at my website. And also I'm doing a 2019 forecast for you, a lot of information in it, a lot of attunements, messages from angels, guides, power animals, meditations, whatever it is that you need. Please let me know if you would like this, because patrons get, and people who have donated also get a special deal on it. Okay, so you need to let me know. Okay, dear ones, blessings and love to you all. I'm one of the angels associated with miracles on earth, but more correctly, I'm just one part of a huge wave of energy that moves forward, especially for you, to allow the changes and growth you're now allowing to truly manifest in your life. There is a new way of life unfolding, and you need to be sure that you are nurturing this and working towards it and not falling back on old patterns. Some of you have a push-pull habit. You move ahead and make changes. Then you get a trigger point come up and you forget what progress you've made and lower your vibe. Go right back to what you assume or what you've dealt with in the past. This can be dangerous, especially when it comes to relationships with others. So if you feel your energy falling, make sure you ask the angels to uplift you and clear away unwanted energy for you. The more you do this, the less likely you will feel the lowering, and your life will be much happier as a result. Okay, so when you feel like something's getting you and eating at you and, you know, triggering something in you, or you're assuming something about someone else, or you think, oh, what did they mean by that? And they may not have meant anything, and you're starting to get worked up in yourself. Those are the times when you say, you know, no, I need to take a step back. I need to call in the angels for assistance. And I'm going to start laughing about how silly I've just nearly made myself look by actually, you know, confronting the person over that kind of thing. So get ready for things to finally fall into place in massive ways. Trust your intuition every step of the way. You deserve the miracles that are coming now for you. That's one thing that you need to also remember, that you're just as deserving as anybody else at having things happen for you. And I know we can say, whoa, 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 all this has happened. I've never seen it. I never had it. I've never seen anything. And I get that a lot with people. Oh, but my life has been so difficult and I've had one thing wrong after the other, so I think I'm cursed, you know. Okay, keep on believing that if you want to. You know, just keep that energy going for you. If that's working for you, keep going with it. But, you know, it's time to alter the way your mind thinks, regardless of what your circumstances have been in the past. Alter the way your mind thinks, your life changes. That's as simple as it is. And that is how you do it. That's the law of attraction. That is been around for a long, long time. It's how you manifest things in your life. You know, if you keep going down the same path and keep walking the same thing and feeling sorry for yourself, you don't get any changes happen. You just get things that keep reminding you that you're somehow not getting anywhere, you know, because that's what you're expecting. So when you have an expectation of things changing, you catch yourself when you're doubting yourself. And you catch yourself when you're going back into an old pattern. And you work at this, you know, you don't have to be perfect at it, but you're working at this. What happens is that your spiritual journey, I'm just going to put this down. Your spiritual journey is your life. It doesn't become something that you just do after work or something that you do on the weekends. You know, it actually becomes a way of life, you know, for yourself. You know, people people or my friends or whatever, they know me for me, but I've always got that, knowledge, there. Like I've always, if we want to talk about crystals, we'll talk about crystals. If we want to talk about angels, I'm all there. Most of my friends have that positive aspect in their life, and they keep on pushing forward and, live spiritually. And I've noticed the ones that in my past that haven't really tried, have kept moaning about life and kept on, complaining all the time, it's easy. You just end up phasing yourself away from them, because as much as you may love them, nothing's changed there, and I know some people that are like that for years and years and years, and nothing has changed, But when you start uplifting yourself and expecting miracles and working with the energies that are here with you now, so Bariel's here with us now, we're working with different challenges and changes. We are. Sometimes it's going to be difficult to remember that, you're loved and supported no matter what. It's hard to remember that when you can see things happening around you. But you either fall into that energy that's around you that's low, or you just shut yourself off from it, Say to yourself, do whatever you want, people. If people are really annoying you, just say to yourself, do whatever you want, people. You are not going to affect me in any way. Keep on trying. It's not going to work. I'm doing this, you're doing that. Leave me alone, kind of. And that's the kind of thing you have. And then assign and say, look, angels, whoever's working with these people over here that are really getting under my skin and making it difficult for me to stay positive, whoever's working with these people, you actually need to go to them now and shake them on the shoulders or something, Go to them now and deal with it, because it's really annoying me, Admit it. Admit what's happening. Because sometimes what happens to us is when someone else is annoying us, we take it out on the person that, we really care about, because we know that they'll be okay with that. But that's not a good thing either, So we just learn how to deal with things as they come up. I would recommend some crystals too. One of the crystals that's been really screaming at me is jasper. So this is a piece of like raw jasper. Also carnelian, which is like that gorgeous orange color. So they're your very grounding crystals. I also work a lot with auralite, okay? Now auralite has a mixture of 23 different minerals and things in it, and it's a bridge between you and the other side of the veil. It's very, very healing. Most of the crystals that you get with auralite are like long pieces or wands. Some pieces you can get that this is just a piece that has broken off and it's healed itself. And usually there's a lot of red, like there's a lot of jasper inside of it too. Hematite, like red hematite, black hematite, it's all amazing. These are at my website too. You can get wands of these. I actually wanted to just focus on selling auralite because it has everything in it that you need, and it just does such an amazing job. But yeah, I've got auralite wands, and remember that the shipping is free worldwide. Okay, I've made the prices really, really discounted, so check that out too. Also, just go for clear quartz. I just have pieces of clear quartz everywhere that are not fancy or not pretty or anything like that, and they get used. And I put them on my cards, and if you put rose quartz in the four corners of your bedroom, you create like a pyramid of loving light too. You may want to do that with different crystals. I also have a piece of blue opal. Isn't it gorgeous? So this is called potch in Australia, and I don't know whether it's called potch anywhere else. It's colourless opal. It's supposed to be worthless. You're supposed to go for the flashes. But the emotional balance that you get from it, I just love. It's a very, very calming, so especially when you're trying to manifest, you want to stay in a calm state. And when I was not well a couple of nights ago, I just kept this in my hand, and I kept the auralite in my other hand, and I went to sleep like that. And I woke up, I slept and slept and slept and slept, and when I woke up, I felt so much better, within myself. I just felt like I had clearing and understanding. So I really love, oh, and also I love aquamarine. I had this out the other day. Some of these are just the ones that I was drawn to this morning. I have one here too. I love this piece of jasper. So I'm getting right into the earthy stones, perhaps for the month of October. That's a good thing for you as well. Just keep yourself grounded in. And as you know, I always wear a green jasper here and an amethyst here, sort of keep me in the loop. I always usually have a another crystal on my, just wearing it on my chest, but I've broken it, so something in that. Okay, so yeah, just be open to the miracles and the changes that are happening around you, you know. I feel like I want to do a card message here. So, messages from your guides, James Van Praagh. Okay, so pick one or two. Here we go. Number one. Okay, first one is abundance is your right. See? There we go. Now number two, I'll talk a bit more, hang on. Number two. I think that's the one, huh? Possess self-confidence. Look at that. Okay? So abundance being your right, that's obviously, it's just giving you that encouragement, nourishment. I guess gives you nourishment as well. Abundance is your right. So stop believing that it only comes to everybody else, because we all do that. Oh, you know, that only happens to other people. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Poor me sort of syndrome. We're going to snap out of that stuff because it's not helping you, you know. And again, like I was saying before, you know, it's okay to go downward, you know, and have those days when you're doing that. Just don't stay there for too long, okay? Pick yourself back up, realize your habits. Pretend that you're listening to yourself. You're listening to yourself and you're like, you're on the phone and say you're on the other end and you can hear the, oh, blah, 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 oh, blah, 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 oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, you can hear that and it's like, oh God, you know, do I really want that for myself? No. So believe in yourself that you're worth it. You know, say to yourself, whatever's happened in the past, whatever. I'm not going in that direction. I want to create an abundant future for myself. I'm accepting of abundance in my life. I'm open to opportunities that come my way. I'm open to them having full faith in the power of the universe to direct things and change things. I've seen it happen before, seen it happen, you know, I'm sure it will happen again. You know, have the confidence in the universe because, you know, you really are more capable than you give yourself credit for, okay? So abundance is your right too. And for the other people, possess self-confidence. Well, when we feel confident in ourselves, we can manifest things too, you know. Ask if there's any, if you're talking to the angels or whatever, ask, you know, and say, I want you to reveal to me anywhere inside of myself that I am still lacking in some way, in confidence in myself or in faith in myself. Show me in somewhere where it's trapped, you know, because sometimes trapped emotions can be, you know, trapped energy which causes pain in the body. Show me where I'm doing this, you know, so I can release it. And sometimes you might get a message of you're too self-critical, you know, you put yourself down. And women especially tend to do this because we are very comparative of other women, because especially we're in a partnership, because we want to be the only person that our partner sort of thinks of or sees or whatever. And if we see something else, then we're like, oh, maybe they want that. And we've got to stop doing that and start having self-confidence, you know, and belief in yourself. You know, who cares what anybody else is doing, what they look like, where they're headed, you know, whatever, you know. Feel love for yourself and have self-confidence and acceptance for yourself. Then it doesn't matter about anything else, you know. And it's okay to have your view and your opinion, and if you're upset about something or whatever, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that we have to be perfectly behaved like all the time, because that wouldn't work either. But, you know, give yourself a break and have some more confidence about who you are as a person. It's really important. Things are shifting and changing, and we have to go with that. you know. And we have to have confidence in ourselves. And if there's something that's holding us back and we got anxieties and all those things, remember I'm going to be doing a special talk about anxiety in particular, and that'll be coming up soon. The only reason it's not coming up sooner or really soon is because there's so many different parts to anxiety, it's not even funny. And I want to make sure that I've covered everyone's type of anxiety or anxious nature, and so that you're going to have ways in which you can clear it out too. So stay tuned for that one. Yeah, so don't forget, I'm going to be moving to the United States over the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to be available. I'm available this whole time for shamanic healing. You get a discount for being a patron. And for the 2019 reading or any other reading that you like, you need to contact me first, divinemiracles@gmail.com. I can work something out with you. I can do package deals where you get readings and the shamanic healing as a package, which works out really, really well, and you'll be surprised. So maybe come and talk to me about that or anything else that you need. divinemiracles@gmail.com. There are more videos to come, some updates with the tarot readings too, and looking forward to having a journey with you all. And I hope you have a marvelous October, thinking of you, and sending lots and lots of love and many blessings. And goodbye for now.